Hi, Mark here at MKS Plymouth and welcome to this video, which is part 2, which is a record of my reorganising my tanks here in the flat. The first step is to empty these two tanks here. They only contain plants at the moment. I will empty them so that I can move the plants and fish from the Fluidoflex 123 litre into these two tanks on a temporary basis. I'll move the tanks over to my dining table, as I say, as a temporary measure, and then that will free up these two cabinets to go in the other room on which to sit my two 25 litre tanks. Once the Fluidoflex 123 has been emptied, I will then go through the process of cleaning it and getting it ready to move onto a new cabinet that I will be building as well. So let's get started on this first part of the process. A bit of time-lapse photography here, if I get it right, as I empty these two tanks. So let's get going. Now that I've emptied the Fluidoflex 57 litre and Fluidoflex 34 litre tanks and moved them over to the dining table and transferred the plants and fish from the 123 litre tank into those two tanks, these cabinets are now free, and I'm going to take them in the other room and exchange them for the Calyx unit that the Aquastart 30s are sitting on. Right, I've emptied the two smaller tanks here and the 123 litre tank of all their plants and the hardscape, and these are going to stay here until I reuse them up here. As you can see, I have the 34 litre and 57 litre tanks on my dining room table, and the water's been emptied out of them, and inside the white tank I've put 2 large pieces of plants that I've taken from the 123 litre tank, and the bucket beside it is the first bucket of water, and the water's come from the 123 litre tank, and I'm going to fill up both the tanks on the dining room tables, because that's where the fish from the 123 litre tank are going to live as a temporary measure while I actually clean the 123 litre tank and then re-scape it. I've now transferred enough water into these 2 smaller tanks. The water came from the 123 litre tank. I'm going to allow the tanks to settle down a bit, particularly the smaller tank. It's very cloudy because I've introduced the water and the substrate's got stirred up. The right hand tank has not done bad at all. I've also put in 3 snails that I found from the 123 litre tank. I will let those settle down, and then the next stage is to catch the fish from the 123 litre tank and transfer them into these 2 tanks. It'll be a temporary home for them while I sort out cleaning up and rescaping the big tank. All the fish have now been transferred into these 2 smaller tanks. The endlers were fairly easy to catch, bit of a surprise that. The Otto sinkless, they were okay, not too bad for catching. They're in the left hand tank. In the right hand tank I put all the snails, and in there are the red phantom tetra and lemon tetras. Now they were very skittish when I was trying to catch them, so I'm not surprised they've lost their colour in the transfer. But I will let them settle down. They can remain here for however long it takes me to sort out their original home. So the fluval flakes 123 litre now needs to be cleaned and then rescaped, ready for them to go home. So watch out for that. In the meantime, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.